Matabele South, Beitbridge district, and where we are right now is at Jerusalem Assembly, which is an assembly, one of the many assemblies that we have got in Beitbridge. And in particular, this is significant because of the structure, the building that we are even seeing right now. And this is so critical for us because we are talking about 2030 becoming a healthy church. And becoming a healthy church, it simply means that, number one, our corporate image is very critical. Our strategic evangelism is also critical. And part of the strategy in terms of a healthy church is also to have properties and a proper branding for our institution and organization, where people are attracted and come to fellowship in a more decent place.
We want to thank God because Beitbridge is a growing place, a city, can I say. It is growing at a very high speed. So as the city is growing, we are also having a vision of growing the work of God in every place or part of this city. So we want to thank God that now that we have this second place of worship, will help us cover this other side of Beitbridge town. So there are many. The population is also growing, and I think it will help us have many people coming to worship in this place.
We are so much proud to have this assembly, the second assembly in Beitbridge, which has managed to construct its own structure. And this is the first structure within Beitbridge. So we are so much proud. And this church is also constituting the support of the regional vision of construction more church buildings within the region. So this church has made us proud, has made us happy to have the structure. They have managed to erect it to this level.
The church is located in Tolibazimu. It is in Tolibazimu, medium density, where new houses are being built. So it will contribute to our vision because there are many people who are building this side of the density area.
And we are also appealing to the well-wishers within the church, our saints all over, to assist from where we are right now. Of course, the few of the saints that we have here have managed to push. Even the region on its own has tried to support, to help here and there. But the most challenge that we have as a region of Mat South is that most of our assemblies, they are rural-based, and in towns, we only have 2 towns, Beitbridge and Gwanda. So it's a challenge in terms of funds to make the region achieve its goals, especially in buildings. So we are so much proud, and we eagerly appeal for this help. If we're going to be helped to complete this structure, it will take us very far.
A church such as this at Jerusalem Assembly is very critical because building of buildings and completing of buildings is part of the strategies and is part of the healthy church as well. And other assemblies that have not yet begun or commenced on embarking on building projects, I would encourage you that we may begin to do those projects. And also to other projects such as this, it is very critical to partner in terms of resources, because the Bible tells us in Acts chapter 2 that they would sit down and break together and they would fellowship together. Those with and without, both of them, they would come up with a same position that they are all well fed. And having said this, we see this structure, it requires our hand from all over. And it is my encouragement that, God willing, and wherever you are, God blessing you, partner with this noble cause and we finish this church. This church is in the Beitbridge, which, if you are seeing, it is becoming very hyperactive in terms of economy. And also there is a lot that is developing here in terms of infrastructure. It is also a very strategic position and an entry point, the biggest and the busiest port of entry in our nation of Zimbabwe. And therefore, in terms of our corporate image and branding, this is one of the critical places whereby we should look at and invest into.
As you can see, we have seen the structure that we are building. We have come a long way, and now we've moved a gear up, resuming works after the COVID-19 era break. Now we are resuming our work from where we left, and we are starting with beam filling. And out of the beam filling, we have managed to come up with an estimated bill of quantities, which goes as follows. Cement, we require 50 bags. And so far we've managed to acquire 20, and we have used 20 bags, leaving us with a balance of 30. Bricks, 10,000 bricks are required, and we have acquired and used 6,000. We are left with 4,000. Of the 4,000, 2 pallets containing 500 each. This translates to 1,000 bricks have been pledged already. Thank God, giving us a balance of 3,000 bricks. The bricks are required for particularly beam filling and the steps. Given the slope where our chapel is, there is a requirement for steps, and we have 3 doors which require steps. Hence the so much figures for the bricks. Also required is 2 loads of river sand at 900 rand each, or $60 each. So far we've managed to buy 1 load, and we are short of 1 load, which translates to $60. And then in terms of labor, the builder charged us 10,000 rands. We have so far paid 3,000, and we are left with a balance of 7,000 rands. Yeah, that's the first phase that we are looking at, and we move on to the next phase after we've completed beam filling and the steps. The second phase is windows and door frames. Our chapel requires 6 doors. Of the 6 doors, 3 are double doors or 230 in sizes, and 3 single doors. That's 115 door frames. Cost is not yet constituted given the fluctuation prices. And then in terms of windows, we have 23 windows required, and currently we have none. Our windows have an arc at the top. We have no quotation for this. This follows is followed by plastering. We need to plaster in and outside the church, and we have come up with an estimated cost of 100 bags of cement at $10 each, giving us $1,000. Sand 30 cubic meters at $60 a load, giving us a total of 240 US, which is required in the labor, 18,000 rands or $1,200. Total cost for plastering, we have put it at 2,440 US. After we are done with plastering, we'll then move on to floors. Yeah, we are now living in a modern world. There's also need for us to move with the current trends. We have moved away from polishing from floors where we put cobra and things like that. So we also require tiles. Yeah, the total number of tiles required, they should cover an estimated area of 500 square meters, of which the 480 meters is the inside of the chapel, and the 20 will be shared among 2 verandas each. Cost is also not yet ascertained, given the instability of prices in the market. Then we move on to the painting. We also need to paint the chapel in and out. inclusive of labor. We have estimated the cost to be at $500. Yes, given the location of the chapel, it's closer to the shops, and just next to us there is a drinking outlet and a food outlet there, meaning to say it's an area which is always frequented by people, meaning that trespassing is the order of the day. Hence, we also need to protect our children from trespassers. Hence, there is need for us to erect a fence, and we have estimated the perimeter to be 180 meters. Our rolls usually come in 30 meters a roll, and they cost 1,000 rands a roll. So this requires 6 rolls, which cost 6,000 rands or $400. The labor is $140 for fence erection, amounting to $500 because of the fence. After that, then we move on to ablution facilities. Maybe to notice that currently the chapel is already functional. We have brethren who are worshipping in it, and we have managed to erect a makeshift toilet, which is not in the plan. We've done that to have a cover from the authorities. So we definitely need a new toilet, a new modern toilet with 3 squat rooms each, 3 bathrooms each, and 3 urinary places or point for the males. And we have come up with a BOQ for the ablution facilities as follows: bricks 5,000 to 6,000, which cost us $600. Cement 80 bags inclusive of building and plastering, amounting to $800. Then sand at least 50 cubic meters, amounting to $400. Window frames, doors, and roofing sheets and other minor material, they will cost us $2,000. We also have labor and unforeseen costs. All this give us a minimum cost of 6,000, family $5,000. So far, that's how we have gone, and that's our plan. It is my plea and our plea on behalf of the church. May we please be helped. Please extend your olive branch to us so that we really worship God in a modern building. Thank you.